entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now, fans of being war ready. Matt Haywood here to review Pacific Rim Uprising, or the film that had really bad trailers. I'm not gonna lie, I had very low expectations for Uprising going in, solely based on its bad trailers. I mean, they were messy, loud, and just didn't paint a picture of a film that could have an entertaining narrative to complement its high-octane action sequences and CGI visuals. Now, after seeing the Pacific Rim sequel, I can honestly tell you that I was pleasantly surprised by what it offered up. It was entertaining, it had solid acting, and it had some humor, and even managed to pull off a plot twist that felt like a genuine surprise to me. Maybe my low expectations going in helped to make Uprising feel more enjoyable than it may truly be, but either way, I enjoyed myself watching it, and I would 100% be down for seeing the franchise continue with this cast into a third film, which is teased by the end. The sequel takes place 10 years after the original, so humanity is still picking up the pieces from the kaiju attacks that took place across the globe. The narrative closely follows John Boyega's character Jake Pentecost, who is the son of Idris Elba's character from the original. Jake is a bit of a lost soul, but due to his criminal activities, he makes his way back into the Jaeger pilot fleet to train new cadets. He's joined by Scott Eastwood's Nate Lambert, who is a fellow ranger and instructor. He's also joined by Kaylee Sponies Mara Lambert, who is a gifted young mechanic that ends up in the Ranger program due to a run-in she has with Jake. Jake struggles with his role of being a Ranger again, but after a tragic event strikes close to home, he hardens his resolve and becomes somewhat like his charismatic father in the first film. I'll digress from summarizing any further plot points to avoid spoilers, but I can tell you that there is a story in this film outside of watching badass looking robots beat the hell out of each other as cities crumble at their feet due to their hellacious brawls. I mean, that stuff is pretty awesome to take in too, because the action does resemble almost human-like fight choreography, even though you're seeing skyscraper-sized robots duking it out. The action didn't feel messy like a Transformers movie, so the set pieces actually feel fluid and tense. But again, the fact that Uprising actually had a somewhat enjoyable and easy to follow plot, which also packed in a legit twist, is why it came off as much more enjoyable than I ever could expect. I truly thought I'd just watch a Transformers-like robot beat-em-up with no real narrative meat to it, but I actually got a coherent and entertaining plot to complement the unadulterated robot-on-robot beatdown action. It's not a story that will keep you talking for days after a viewing, but for the genre of film, it works well enough to keep you engaged, which is all we can ask for this type of film concept. In fact, my only issue is that Charlie Hunnam's character is barely even acknowledged, which is strange considering he was the lead in the original, but his absence ultimately doesn't affect this movie. Speaking of the cast, I do credit them for the plot being entertaining enough to complement the action, but not take a back seat to it. John Boyega, if you didn't figure it out by now, is a legit star. This dude can act his pants off, and he brings an air of believability to every role he plays. He just nails his performance as Jake Pentecost from top to bottom, and is both believable as an action star and as a character actor that can carry dialogue-heavy scenes, while also being skilled in the comedic delivery of lines. I literally love this guy and can't wait to follow his next project. Vern Gorman and Charlie Day also both stand out while reprising the roles as Dr. Herman Gottlieb and Dr. Newton Geisler respectively from the first movie. They just make for a great odd couple, and Gorman in particular has a few standout scenes that will make you laugh or cheer. Day, on the other hand, plays a brilliant mad scientist, so I'm glad we got to see these two work together again, because they offer up some fun scenes. If you're like me and you're feeling hesitant about ponying up cash to go see Pacific Rim Uprising at the theater, just because you didn't like the trailers, I can tell you that they do not reflect the final film. While it won't win any awards or be touted as doing something wildly different, it's serviceable enough to keep you intrigued with the characters and their world, while also propping up the action as more than just CGI robots slogging the shit out of each other and monsters. Plus, John Boyega is a Mac Daddy, so there's that too. Uprising earns an unexpected 7.5 out of 10 review score from Team EB. Maybe that score is a reflection of my low expectations going in, but when it was all said and done, I had a genuinely good time while watching, so I fully back my score and do recommend that fans of the franchise go out and see this film. If enough of us do, there's almost a guarantee that we will get a Pacific Rim 3, and I'm okay with that now. Thanks for watching. This is Matt Haywood signing off for EntertainmentBuddha.com, where we make you a better geek one post at a time.
EntertainmentBuddha.com